He was once the cool guy every teenager wanted to be. His face was on posters. His name was whispered with excitement. Girls had crushes on him. Guys copied his style. Richard Grieco was a rising star, famous, rich, and loved. But what happened? How did a man who had it all end up mostly forgotten, broken, alone, and far from the life he once had? At 60 years old, the story of Richard Grieco is not just sad, it is truly heartbreaking. Stay with us until the end as we take you through a story filled with fame, mistakes, loneliness, and loss. This is not just about a celebrity. This is about how quickly life can change, and how sometimes people disappear from the spotlight and no one even notices. Richard Grieco started out just like many others, just a kid with a dream. He was born in New York in 1965. At first, he did not even plan to be an actor. He wanted to be a football player. He played in college and was good at it. But injuries made him stop. Then, he tried modeling. With his sharp looks and cool attitude, modeling worked out. He modeled for big brands like Calvin Klein and Armani. But still, he wanted more. Then came his big chance, acting. In the late 1980s, Richard joined the television show 21 Jump Street, playing Detective Dennis Booker. Fans loved him. He had style, mystery, and that bad boy charm. He even got his own show, Booker, and starred in movies like If Looks Could Kill. For a while, Richard Grieco was everywhere. People thought he was going to be the next big movie star. But things started to change quickly. His shows did not last long. His movies did not do very well. In Hollywood, if you are not a hit, you are easily replaced. Soon, roles stopped coming. He took small parts or did voice acting. The fame that once followed him began to fade. Richard tried to stay busy. He got into painting and music. But nothing brought him the success he had before. People started to forget him. The world moved on. And that hurt. As Richard grew older, the pain became harder to hide. He faced problems with addiction. He admitted in interviews that he drank to numb the sadness and stress. Fame had given him everything, and then taken it away. There were times he was seen in public looking tired, confused, and not well. He was even stopped at airports for strange behavior. These moments went viral online, but not in a kind way. People laughed. They made fun of him. No one asked, "Is he okay?" Sometimes, when celebrities fall, the world enjoys the show more than the truth. But behind those moments was a man struggling with real pain. Imagine being loved by millions and then waking up one day and no one remembers you. Richard once had fans screaming his name. He once walked into rooms and people cheered. But at 60 years old, he now lives a much quieter life. He said in an interview once, "Fame is like a drug. It lifts you up and then drops you when you need it most." He never fully recovered from being dropped. Richard never got married. He does not have children. His relationships did not last. Many of the people he trusted left when the fame disappeared. Some say he spends most of his time alone. Painting. Writing music. Trying to find peace. But the sadness is there. You can see it in his eyes, in his words, in how he speaks about the past. He misses the love, the attention, the feeling of being somebody. He once said, "When people stop calling, you realize how quiet the world can be." Richard's story is more than just a Hollywood tale. It is a real-life lesson. Fame does not last forever. Popularity does not mean happiness. And when someone is struggling, they need help, not laughter. So many people go through life pretending they are okay, when they are not. Richard's fall from fame shows us how lonely the world can be, even when you once had it all. Richard Grieco may not be on magazine covers anymore. He may not be making blockbuster films. But he is still a person, with feelings, with memories, and with pain. As he turns 60, we remember him not for the fall, but for the spark he once had. If you ever watched him on television, remember how he made you feel. If this is the first time you are hearing about him, remember this: behind every faded star is a human story. And Richard Grieco's story is one that deserves to be told. Thank you for watching. If this story touched you, share it. Let us not forget the people who once gave us their light, even if the world has stopped watching.